No better way to put a smile on your loved one's face than to share a special photo, whether it's a glimpse of the kids being silly, a magical moment from a vacation, or a sentimental memory from years past. Skylight Frames brings your favorite memories to life right in your home. This holiday season, give the gift that keeps on giving memories, whether it's for grandparents who adore seeing the grandkids' latest antics, or a friend who loves capturing every moment. The Skylight Frame is the perfect gift to bring joy and connection into any home.
And it's super easy to use, very effortless to set up, instant sharing with no app or subscription required, and a quick 1-minute setup. Skylight is designed to be easy for all ages. Simply plug in the frame and you're ready to start sharing. And Christmas is just around the corner, so use the gift mode, the ultimate surprise. Preload your favorite photos before gifting the Skylight Frame. When your loved one plugs in their new frame, they'll be welcomed with special memories from you after you've shared your photos. And the offline mode, it's easy to stay connected without Wi-Fi. Enjoy viewing your existing photos without a Wi-Fi connection. When connected, new photos can be received in under 60 seconds, keeping your frame up to date with the latest memories.
It's a better way to share than social media. Skylight Frames is a great private way to share photos without posting them to the world or having to print hard copies. And you can store thousands of photos. Skylight Frames can hold up to 8,000 photos with 8 gigabytes of space and satisfaction guaranteed. We're confident that you'll love Skylight, so we offer 120-day returns.
120 days?
120 days.
That's a few. For a limited time, get 20% off your purchase of Skylight Frames when you go to ca.skylightframe.com/hockey. That's right. To get 20% off when you go to Skylight Frames, just go to ca.skylightframe.com/hockey. That is ca.skylightframe.com/hockey. Welcome back to the Armchair Warriors podcast. Episode number 26. We're not at cool age, so 26 is nothing.
Yeah, nothing crazy special about this one.
It's not rent-a-car.
Except a lot special about this episode because we had a couple of Wheat Kings join us.
The Rizzlers, if you will.
Rizzlers, Jaxon Jacobson and Joby Baumuller.
We've already talked to Joe before.
Yeah, we've never had him on for just kind of like an interview.
Not officially an interview, but kind of officially an interview.
Yeah.
He was there. So Job and Jax, both two young studs in the Western.
Yeah,
so,
they sure made us feel old with some of their answers.
Oh man, yeah, we are old. And speaking of Wheat Kings, what's that? You may ask. We did something pretty cool in collaboration with Brandon.
Yeah.
They've been very helpful.
Yeah, we've interviewed a lot of Brandon guys
in our podcasting journey so far. I won't say what that's from.
No.
But it's from something really cool, and you're going to see it in no more than a couple days after you see this. So hold on to your hats. Something really cool is coming. Well, something cool happened before we got that jersey. That jersey just happened to come with something cool.
Yeah, it kind of explains how we got the jersey, I guess.
Yeah, makes sense.
There we go.
You'll see it. I hurt my brain trying to talk about it. So anyways, we don't need to touch on that anymore. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's hop right in. What do you want to start with? I mean, I want to start with Ovechkin.
Yeah.
Ovechkin gets hurt. He fractures his fibula.
Yeah.
Fractures his fibula. And, I mean, as much as injuries still suck, fracturing a bone is better, especially at that age, than say his ligaments were screwed up.
Yeah.
And it puts a huge effect on our bet, puts a huge effect on his case.
What do we do about that?
We let it ride. That was part of the bet.
I mean, he had to stay healthy.
Yeah, we figured he was going to get.
And he still very well could do it.
Oh, if he keeps scoring at the pace he's scoring, he's got 29 goals left, and he's probably got 60 games to do it.
He just has to go half a goal per game. Even less than that.
Not quite. He won't have 60 games. He'll have probably 50 by the time he gets back.
He's got to go over half a goal per game.
Over half a goal, but less than his current production. His current production is well above that.
100% it is.
So if he can come back, and I think he needs, 28, they're saying? Maybe 27?
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
It's not a lot. And we looked at he hasn't missed, he's never played less than 70 games in a year.
Other than
lockouts
COVID and lockouts, which have affected him.
So he missed his rookie season, which he ended up having a rookie season, won the Calder.
He was a dog.
Beat said. And then lockouts. Obviously, we just talked about lockout. And then COVID was shortened by.
Yeah, the one season was pretty much just a bubble.
Yeah.
And then the one season kind of got
like
cut off at
45
the tail
games.
end. Yeah, so.
And the other lockout, he was almost a goal per game.
Yeah, like, and that was, even then, when did they play 40 games that year?
40 games, he had to 32, I think.
Yeah, so he probably would have broken the record by now.
The record would have been broken by now.
Yeah, we'd be talking almost about 1,000 at
Yeah.
this point, which would be crazy.
Nuts.
Anyways, the chase is on. He fractured his fibula, which sucks. You hate to see it, especially during the chase, like the way it's going right now. But again, fibula out 4 to 6.
4 to 6, that's not even that bad. In
No,
the grand scheme of things.
no.
That's what, 15 games maybe?
Max.
Yeah.
Max 15. I would say if he's on the short end, but who knows? I mean, Russian machine, right?
It never breaks.
Never breaks. I'd say probably miss 10 to 12 games.
Yeah, that's kind of
Which if he can still hover around getting 70 games in a year, I have no doubt he'll get to 40 goals. So the chase is on.
Been on.
And it's been on, and it's taken a slight break.
You know what? They don't
It
have
would make the
talent.
push all that more impressive if he does do it.
Oh, if he gets hurt midseason and then comes back, what? He'll be around Christmas-ish, just after Christmas, probably.
Yeah, probably right around Christmas.
And then he comes back for the new year, and we see Obi back in scoring goals. So, I mean, I'm kind of nervous. Like, this bet has no effect on me, like at all.
No,
It's like, oh, whatever, it's beer. But like, at this point, I want him to do it.
Yeah.
There was never a time I didn't want him to do it, but my brain was like,
Despite
I'll
the bet, you're going to
I'll get it on the action
Yeah.
and be like, you know what, maybe he doesn't do it, just for a friendly wager.
I agree. And I mean, I was betting on him all the time. But
yeah.
So hopefully he comes back strong and does that. And then, yeah, other than that, there hasn't been a ton around the NHL. I mean, teams have stayed hot.
Yeah.
Teams have cooled off. Like, you see some guys fall back to earth, some games that we could probably analyze, but we kind of got a jam-packed episode with some games.
I could analyze the Kings playing hockey, but I could be here for 30 minutes, so I wouldn't want to do that. That's a bad idea.
There's a couple Kings fans that would want you to, but they don't listen to us. So
yeah, there's no Kings fan. If you are
there's one Kings fan that listens to us.
Me?
Your dad, maybe?
Yeah, but like, I'm sure he doesn't even watch them.
Not a whole lot else that we really decided we want to talk about today, unless there's something you can think of in the NHL.
No, the NHL's, I mean, in terms of the season, we're like almost in the dog days of the season.
Yeah.
There's really no, like, the start of the season's fun, and you're like, everybody's back, and now we're like 20 plus games in, and you're like, okay, hockey's on. I can tune into hockey, which you don't. You don't watch hockey. You're a bad hockey podcaster. You watched last night's game, and you know how many goals were scored in that game? 1. The Kings' favorite game, 1 goal. So
you made me watch bad hockey. I just don't want to watch games anymore.
Exactly. I don't blame you. I did sucker you into that a little bit.
Oh, I do want to provide a little bit of an update on the Michkov-Stankoven situation.
Oh, boy.
Michkov's the real deal.
Yeah.
So losing. Whatever. I didn't think we placed an actual bet, but our argument,
there wasn't really a real bet.
No, there wasn't a real bet, but the argument, Michkov is unreal. He's so good. So good. I have been watching some Philly games, actually, with Jace.
Really?
Yeah, and he's good.
He's very good.
Yeah.
Wait, can we just hold on for half a second, though? I get the whole Bedard-Michkov thing, but don't be coming at me just yet about Michkov being better than Bedard. You can shove it.
Yeah, I agree. Chicklets were talking about this movement, like, always struggling, move him to the wing. Like,
don't care.
He is 19 years. You talked about it today. You were a little more adamant about it than I was, but
it fires me up. Like, when you think about guys that come into the league, like their career arcs, like Nathan McKinnon, for instance, rookie of the year. Same with Bedard.
Yeah,
rookie of the year.
Bedard had a good rookie season.
He got hurt, still won rookie of the year. McKinnon, rookie of the year. Boom, sophomore slump and some. McKinnon was like not good for 3 years, and we're like, there was talks. Like, ooh, are we getting a little iffy on
looking at a bust? No.
Now we're talking about Nathan McKinnon being literally the second best player on planet Earth.
Yep.
And when you it's McDavid, McKinnon, the rest. That's how good that
he's
guy is.
He's closer to McDavid than third.
Yes, 100%. So to sit here and say Bedard, oh, he's struggling. What happened to sophomore slump? As soon as the first overall pick has a sophomore slump, we're like, oh, it's the end of the world. He has to be a winger. He can't hold his own up the middle. No, that's not his game. Bedard's too flowy of a player to stand on the wall, be stationary. He's going to be a centerman. You just got to let him work his way through it. Also, who's on Michkov's line right now?
Now, okay, Jace said he's been bouncing around. Jace would love to just analyze this.
I know he would. And you know why he's not here is because he cares more about hunting than he cares about us. So whatever, Jace, you can go sit up and do your hunting while we could have had a good conversation. But no, now I have to look at my phone and figure this out myself. So thanks a lot.
I'm pretty sure he's playing with TK. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
We got...
Because he goes from a health bomb, he goes to the fourth line, all of a sudden he's on the first line. You just have no idea.
On Daily Faceoff says it's Joel Farabee, Noah Cates, Matvei Michkov.
Pretty impressive.
But where is he scoring his points? Because I'm not going to sit here and talk. If he's playing with TK, if he's playing with guys like that, no. You know who Connor Bedard is playing with? Jason Dickinson. And he's setting that guy up constantly. He's a playmaker, dude. I watched him play the one night.
So smart.
He's super smart. If you watched the game against the Ducks, yes, I willingly watched it. And I don't know why I did, but I watched it.
Shout out you watching it. Especially as a Kings fan, turn on a Ducks game.
Well, I mean, you got to watch first overall pick.
All right.
I know. They did lose, by the way. But Bedard's awesome. So I'm like such a Bedard truther. It's bad. Like, it is really bad. I think that guy's the real deal. So,
but I
not that anybody else doesn't think he's the real deal. I think he's just a super stud.
Yeah, and give him a bit of slack for, right? It's hard to be the central focal point of a team.
Right? Coming in immediately and being the guy, it's pretty hard to do.
Yeah, you don't have the support on the back end. There's no one back there. And then you don't have the support on the back end, and then you go and now he's getting the toughest matchup night in, night out, where you look at these other rookies that they're comparing to even sophomore guys that are a little bit more, obviously they're still playing huge roles, but they're slightly more sheltered than being the face of a franchise.
Yeah, when I sit here and compare Bedard and Michkov, like they both rivaled each other at the world international stages, and Michkov came out on top too. Like,
and they'll continue to rival each other.
And 100%, I think both of them are like the true real deal when it comes to coming into their organizations. And it would have been cool if Bedard went to Pittsburgh and we had
Pittsburgh, Philly,
a little Pennsylvania action. But no, I think I'm going to sit here and say Bedard's better, and that's my opinion. Michkov could turn out to be better, and I don't think it's like way off that Jesus like Bedard this, Bedard that. Michkov's better. I'm like, sure, 100%. I'm not sitting here and saying you have to pick one because they're both nuts. And I will wrap it up because last time I talked about Bedard, I went on for like 20 minutes.
It was a while.
So I'm done, and we're done with the NHL because there's nothing that happens really. Nothing happened.
Nothing that's...
Lots happens.
Nothing
happens.
There's a lot we could talk about if we want to analyze, but there's other stuff we want to get to.
But Luke didn't watch NHL again last week, so we can't really talk about it.
I can talk about it. I can BS my way through some
Sure,
stuff.
good.
That's my whole point.
That's how it's done.
I like to make claims and without having any of the knowledge to back it up when we talk about the hockey world.
I respect it, personally.
We do want to touch on PWHL.
Starts on the 30th.
That's you figured it out?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Starts on the 30th, which is next.
Do you want to talk about the
Saturday
ruling? You kind of read about it, hey?
Oh, because beautiful. True. But I did want to talk about this. We mentioned it yesterday, but I kind of forgot.
How about me just throwing you along?
Just a nice slam that stuff down. So the P-Dub is bringing in a new rule, and they've been trying new rules before. Like, they had the score on the kill, and you get released, and then there was another one that they were trying out, and they revised some hitting stuff this year. Apparently, it's supposed to be clear for the refs. Either way, the amount of contact last year, I liked it. I think they're just cracking down on head contacts. Not a bad thing. You want to take head injury seriously.
100%.
The new rule, kind of crazy.
Nuts.
It's like, on icing at the NHL level and most junior levels, when you ice the puck, that line that's out there can't change.
Yes.
They're stuck there.
Correct.
So now, if your team takes a penalty, that line is not allowed to change.
Yes.
which means
nuts.
Which is crazy. Which means everyone has to know how to kill.
Everybody.
At least a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Because now you're like, you could get trapped. Maybe your offensive line gets stuck out there and your D-man takes a penalty. You have 3 forwards, 1 D trying to kill the penalty type to kill the start of the penalty. Yeah. And so I love it.
I think it's odd. Like, it's maybe a little bit overkill, but like I think you got to try some, like especially in your early stages of your league, you got to try stuff out.
Yeah,
especially
up to your league.
Especially with a league that's been pretty successful, like just like their startups.
Yes, they've had a strong start.
Yeah, their startups been very well done. You may as well try new things. Obviously, it's going to garner attention. Obviously, people are going to be drawn to it. So you may as well just start throwing out these crazy rules, like penalize teams for taking penalties.
Yeah, it makes sense.
100%.
I mean, like, why not add a little extra to the 2-minute penalty, right?
Absolutely. It's like, you want to be lazy and take a penalty? Well, you better be ready to clear your own zone before.
Yeah. And obviously it's not going to be a huge effect on power plays, right? Like, they're skilled players. They're still going to win and draw, clear it, and change and figure it out. And there will be strategies implemented, obviously, and people will get better. Your skilled players can still kill penalties. Like, they'll figure it out. But it's a cool concept to just have to, like, I mean, I think it's fair. You take a penalty late, like, to catch a tired group out there. It'll be interesting to see how teams strategize with it, because I don't really know how they will.
Yeah, I think, like you said, you're gonna need 20 girls on your roster that can kill. Everybody's hands on deck. Everybody can kill. Everybody can take draws. You talked about it yesterday. Your centerman takes a penalty.
Yeah, like, even if maybe you do have 2 wingers and 2 D, but who do you have taking that draw, right? Exactly. And I know that some wingers that kill practice their draws in case they do too. But like, what if you get a winger that doesn't kill very often?
What if you don't have that winger up there?
You're like, oh, I got 2 wingers that got to take draws that both don't know how. Like, it makes you become a little bit more well-rounded, and
100%.
It'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. You're going to have a lot more. Your team's going to be more balanced in a sense of skill-wise. Obviously, you have your Taylor Heises and you have these girls that are offensively skilled, but everybody's going to have to learn to kill, learn to take face-offs. There's going to be a lot of things that literally everybody has to learn how to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at some point, if we see it get thrown into other leagues, it'd be fun. It'd be fun to see.
Like, I would, after seeing the kill rule last year, the jailbreak rule.
Yeah, that's fun.
I think that'd be pretty darn cool to see implemented into
I really like that.
Into the NHL.
I agree.
A different league. So
yeah,
I mean, shout out P-Dub for just trying out rules, and
yeah, they're taking it to the next level.
That's how you revolutionize the game. Like, that's how you get better.
You gotta take risks, and I don't even it's not even a risk really.
No, it's not nothing crazy. Like, no. You're not completely changing the game of hockey.
No, absolutely not. You're tweaking it a touch, but it's not getting changed by a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, they start November 30th, and the new jerseys this year, new logos, everything. Get to see a little bit more of building a loyal fan base with each team as you can start to buy cool merch. And
yeah, Bauer, if you maybe stumble across this video, we would love a Taylor Heise Minnesota jersey if you were offering.
Just in case.
Just in case. You never know. Anyways.
P-Dub
starts up soon.
Yep.
Luke talked earlier that we're gonna have lots of hockey on the TV. He's watched maybe 40 total minutes of hockey this year, so hopefully he tunes into the P-Dub because he sure as hell isn't watching the NHL.
Maybe I'll just become a full-fledged
P-Dub. Yeah.
Just know everything about the P-Dub, but nothing about the NHL.
Maybe that's your role.
I can find a role. I can be a role guy.
Set the tone, dude.
Set the tone, boys.
Anyways, that'll kind of wrap up our hockey talk. Professional hockey talk. We still got some other stuff we want to touch on. Do we want to go to an ad read now?
I think we want to touch on junior first.
Okay, we're gonna go to junior.
Yeah, we're gonna touch on ad read. We're gonna touch on junior first. The ruling changed. I know we kind of touched on it last week. A lot of 04s have committed to schools.
Sure have.
And we've seen, I think last week we saw our first 05 from the WHL go somewhere. I don't remember who it was. Oh, I wish I did. But I think there was an 05 last week that kind of jumped, and we're seeing a ton of players jump from BCHL back to the CHL, not even WHL. So I don't know where they came from.
Lots of Kitchener guys, or not Kitchener, lots of guys go to the O.
And
Jack Pridham went to Kitchener. He's a Hawks guy, I'm pretty sure. He's a Hawks prospect, committed to BU next year, and he jumped into the O. So there's a lot of guys. Yeah, it's pretty widespread across the O or the CHL.
BCHL is called an emergency meeting. I haven't heard anything that came out of it yet.
No, I think that was yesterday that they called it.
Yeah, and was the meeting today?
Maybe.
Meetings this week at some point. It was very quick emergency meeting, so I don't know what they're going to do, how they're going to handle it. And then USHL, don't trust me on this. Don't quote me on this.
Uh-oh.
I've heard that so when guys transfer from USHL to CHL, there's a fee that's negotiated between the two teams. Typically before in their regular season, $2,000 to $4,000. You get into the regular season, maybe $5,000 to $7,000 between teams. Apparently, USHL managers have been told shut it down, so they're trying to charge like $100,000 to move a guy, just trying to stop guys from having the ability to move from USHL to CHL. And apparently, there's been players that have moved for 18 to 20.
Oh my God!
Yeah, those top end guys that. So I don't know how the legitimacy of that. I've seen it from a couple different sources of me, but
who are your sources?
Another podcast.
Oh boy.
So we trust ourselves as a source.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we trust some podcasts. This one I've seen a fair bit, and I think. So
that is a horrible way to tell people about yourself. I trust it. I think.
You just never. It's hard when you don't get it from a GM themselves.
Yeah, you need.
Or even like established guys, how much do you really trust? How often do they get it wrong?
Yeah.
But I've heard it from a couple different places, and they've said that the USHL starting to charge fees a little bit and trying to just cope with it because that they're going to lose a lot of players, and I don't know what the level's going to look like. And
yeah, we expected it to turn over pretty quick, and it is turning over
honestly quicker than I thought
at an alarming rate for these BCHL, USHL teams, and I think the panic's starting to set in for your league in a sense. We thought it would be more so next year when you go to the off season into the regular season. Now guys are like, no, we're going to junior hockey.
Yeah, I'm very talking about a lot of the guys that have jumped early, like the Garlands and the Noah Kosiks.
The guys
big names in the dub that we're gonna go. So I don't know. We'll see as we're gonna keep watching it as it unfolds because it's pretty crazy. And I just thought that was kind of interesting that that's how the USHL is trying to combat it, and I think that's a terrible way to combat it because that makes you're almost negating yourself as a farm system for the CHL, right? Like you're going to lose players that originally go, oh, I'm going to go to the USHL for a couple years, then go CHL, then go college.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, if I go to the USHL, they might not let me come back.
Yeah, now I'm stuck.
Yeah. So we'll see how they proceed to handle it. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of the BCHL meetings, but kind of just watching it as it unfolds.
Yeah, it's a wild time in junior hockey right now. We expected it, but man, has it kind of just exploded in everybody's face. So, yeah, something to kind of keep an eye on over the next forever now. But
we'll start to figure it out over the next 2 years, I guess. We'll kind of see it.
But as you watch guys kind of slowly make their way out of their respective teams, whether it be their junior A teams or so on and so forth, and make their way over to major junior, it's a weird process. I think everybody's trying to touch and feel kind of as we go and kind of understand it more because we talked about it in prior weeks. It's happened like that.
Yeah. So. And I've seen a lot of people try and call out other people as and I respect people that are calling them out because some people go, oh, like I think this is going to happen. This league's going to be like, no one has a goddamn clue what is going to happen over the next couple months.
No, we thought the HHL and all these junior leagues across Western Canada were going to take a hit. And obviously they will and have. But we did not expect these BCHL and the USHL to just go into complete panic mode after losing all their guys.
And not this year.
No.
I thought maybe next year, but didn't think the flow would work so quick, so we'll see what they come up with ruling. But yeah, we just wanted to touch on that quick before we kind of jump into the rest of our episode, which is we've got
more lighthearted.
It's very lighthearted. We've got a game coming up for you for Dylan, a game coming up for me, and then we've got the interviews in there, and we're gonna cover Team USA for the Four Nations face-off roster a little bit later. So,
yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, I had something that was right there, and then we started talking about something else.
That'll get
there
you.
Goes
the wind.
Oh, yeah. No, and it's gone for good. Anyways, we're going to kick it over to me and Luke. Doing a quick ad read, and then we will get over to our game.
See you, Lane. This NHL season still has that new car smell, and the action is heating up at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. It's super easy for first-timers to get started at DraftKings Sportsbook. Just try betting on something simple like picking a team to win.
And if you're new to DraftKings, I want you to listen up because new customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code THPN. That is code THPN for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins when you just bet $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in New Hampshire, Oregon, and Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus premium terms at nfl.com/terms.
Thank you. You. No, thank you for that. Again, a beautiful ad read. I don't know which one it is yet, but there's going to be one there. Me and Luke just did rock, paper, scissors off camera to decide who's going first. It'll be Luke's going to guess first. I want to explain the game.
Yeah, we haven't even explained the games yet.
First and foremost. So we're doing 2 games today because if my memory serves me correct, Jace left us, so we don't have a producer this week. So this is the Bash Jace episode because apparently we're not good for him. So this week
or good enough without him, apparently.
Apparently not. So myself and Luke, we were going through the mock rosters, and I learned Luke doesn't know the hands of like literally any player in the league, in the National Hockey League because he doesn't watch it. So
I'm not even gonna blame that because these are guys I've watched for years before this,
forever,
and I don't know. Like I don't know if I just focus on their skating or the gameplay, or I'm just not a hockey mind and I just get lost trying to watch, which I didn't think, but apparently. Anyways, I discovered that I'm really bad at it. So now Dylan's going to test it.
Before we get into this, if you're a football fan and you're watching, we have this is on Thursday night. We have the Browns-Steelers game on, and the Steelers are horrible. So if my good friend Connor Kindred is watching, your football team is awful. And I feel way less bad that I cheer for the Giants because this is pathetic. Anyways, are you ready to get some hands?
Yeah, okay. I'm going to have to get my visualization ready. So he picked 10 names. For my game, I picked 10 names. I'm gonna have Dylan guess a certain thing about them.
All you have to do is guess right or left.
Yep. 50-50.
50-50.
I should at least get 500 on this.
That's how true or false works. Yep. So 50-50 should be good.
And favorite left. There's a lot of lefties.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna start.
Play along with us.
Yes. With Elias Lindholm.
He's a lefty.
No, please.
I can see him on daily faceoff on the right wing.
We're 0 for 1 to start. Connor McMichael.
Oh God.
Capitals.
Which means he would be. He's a lefty.
He's a lefty.
He's a lefty.
Here we go. We're 1 for 2.
1 for 2, baby.
Shooting 50.
Shooting 50.
Mika Zibanejad.
He's a lefty.
No. Like truly, like we are not making this up.
I don't even get it. Like,
He
I
just-
don't.
He literally does not know. That's okay. Some people just don't like. Like maybe I'm a weirdo for knowing all these.
No, that's what good hockey minds do. Didn't you know about the Montreal asking all the players that watch hockey if they know what hands players are?
Oh,
Hands
really?
Things? Yeah. No, I'm not a hockey mind. That's
I'm not good at hockey, so that must be a one-off.
no. We figured this out earlier. Dylan knows this because he likes to shoot and he's good at shooting.
Yeah.
And then I just don't watch that, and I watch their skating strides and just go, "Wow, he's smooth," or "Wow, he's choppy," or "Wow, he can do this," and that's why I'm a good skater and I can't shoot worth.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, worth a nickel.
That's how it works. So,
They worth a penny, but they're not.
next up, yes,
Sorry.
right.
You know what? I've resorted to just looking at the daily face-off.
I know. I feel like your brain's
It's
just.
not. I'm not even looking at what the player looks like. I'm just looking at the. Oh, but go with left-handed.
He sure is left-handed.
Yes.
That puts us at
2 for 4. 500.
Now, easy one. Easy.
Okay,
one. Roman Yost.
Layup. No fucking idea.
Norris winning defenseman.
He is a Norris winning defenseman.
Roman Yost.
Stud. Love him.
He is a stud, and
Yeah.
you just don't know. It's
No, I couldn't tell you what hand he is actually.
That's
He's a right shot.
no.
No?
No, he's a left.
That's a perfect guess too.
Yeah, that's a shame. Mason McTavish. So you're 2 for.
Oh, I should know this.
You're 2 for 5.
I should know this.
Yeah, how did he knock that puck off the goal line at World Juniors?
He knocked it down on his forehand, right?
Which way did he knock it down?
He was on the left. He's a righty.
He is left-handed, my friend.
Was he on the other side of the net?
He knocked it down with his backhand.
See, so I knew what side of the net he was on. I just
You
couldn't
know,
remember if he knocked it
I'm
down.
like, perfect. He knows which way he knocked it down. That's great. No, he's a lefty. So,
I thought he was yes.
so you're 2 for 6 is what I'm hearing?
Really? Got a battle to get back to 500 here.
Seth Jones,
Right shot, demon.
right shot D-man.
Yeah.
Seth Jarvis.
He is also right.
He is a right-handed shot.
We're back to 500, baby. 4 for 8.
Tyler Toffoli.
No, lefty.
He is right.
Yeah.
I went 3 straight rights. You just never seen it coming. Eh? And to wrap it up, Clayton Kelly.
Ready?
He is left-handed. So you didn't get one home.
4 for 10.
You didn't even shoot.
Didn't even
50%.
shoot 500. All I had to do was guess, and I would have got 500.
So that's gonna wrap up. This game is fun because I think it's the funniest thing ever that you just don't know handedness.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Sometimes
I look in their eyes. I know the players by their gamerness.
you know a gamer when you
Yeah.
see one.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna kick it over to another ad, and then we're gonna get into the interview. Hey,
Yep.
kicking it over to the boys in Brandon, Jaxon Jacobson, Joby Baumuller. After this.
There's nothing better than watching sports live in person. I know when we go to WHL games, it's so much better than on the TV. You just get the sight, the atmosphere of being in the rink, seeing those plays happen live. You're not waiting on people to respond. There's nothing like being live at a game. Dylan, talk about what we're.
I mean, you talk about WHL games. Why not NHL games? I went to one this year. You're right. It's way better than on TV. Best sport to watch in person. And you know how you can watch it in person?
Game time.
Let's use Gametime. Gametime gives you the best prices, the best seats that you can afford.
Yep, afford. So we're restarting.
Yeah, I
Okay.
fucked it up. Sounds good. Afford was dumb. Fucking moron.
Okay, ready?
No. Yes, I'm ready. Fucking stupid.
There's nothing like watching a hockey game live in person. WHL, NHL, even the AHL, we've gone and watched a couple games. It's been pretty fun. And there's no better way to catch those games and get those tickets than Game Time. Dylan, talk about it a little bit.
I mean, you mentioned it. Game time is incredible. And you know what's even more incredible than watching on TV? It's going in person, like you said. And with Game Time, you get the best seats, the best value, best bang for your buck, the super deal, the best value, the best seat in the house for the best value.
Probably my favorite feature is the all-in pricing.
The all-in pricing. You're not going to see any stupid extra fees pop up after you check out. You're going to see the exact price 2 clicks away. It's pretty simple. If you want to go to a game, download the Game Time app. use code THPN. That is code THPN for $20 off your first purchase, whether it's sports, concerts. It doesn't matter. Go to gametime.co. That is gametime.co, not .com, .co to get $20 off your first purchase using code THPN. And go to a game local to you. I mean, you don't want to watch it on TV. You want to watch it in person. So go check out Gametime and use code THPN.
Okay. We're joined by a couple of Wheat Kings this week, Joby Baumuller and Jaxon Jacobson. Boys, welcome to the pod.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to start off. I saw a competition the other day that you guys were drawing your mascot, and I just kind of want you guys to touch on what went wrong. Because not a lot looked like it went right.
Oh, boy.
You on this one?
Well, I honestly started drawing Brett Hyland's jersey on Willie. I don't even know how I got there at some point, but I did. It didn't look like a dog. Jax's was horrible.
Yeah. Well, I drew out Willie's out frame, and it took me the whole 2 minutes, so I never even colored him in. So,
yeah,
so
we were probably one of the worst.
Yeah, we had to be bottom two.
Roger was bad too.
Joe, you started actually really good, and then you were just like, you know what? Screw the Willie competition. We're doing Brett Hyland today, and then you lost me.
Yeah, I don't know how I came up with Brett. It just somehow just started drawing Brett's jersey, and yeah, it went from there.
Do you know what number Willie actually is?
Oh, yeah.
No. Maybe number 1.
That's not a bad guess. We
No.
think it's 0.
We think it's 0, but we're not sure.
What is it?
0, I think.
Oh. That's okay.
Yeah. Another. It was super entertaining to watch, nonetheless.
Yeah.
So we were glad you guys did it.
So good.
There was another competition, or not even competition, kind of thing that you guys did. How were the cooking lessons the other week?
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
And
Jax, you weren't there for this, really. Ours, I think our group was probably the hardest food to make, but we had
What were
lots
you guys
of fun.
making?
we had lots of
We had, I don't know, what was I making? It was like tzatziki pita wraps, which were pretty good. And like me and Hads were like mixing the tzatziki sauce with our hands. So then our hands smelled like tzatziki for the next 3 days after. So that wasn't the best. But like, yeah, it was fun. Great experience, to be honest.
That's a pretty cool thing to like have to know how to make.
It is. Like, there's a lot that goes into that stuff, to be honest. Like the sauce. There's a lot.
Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah, I didn't really get to do too much of it. I got there pretty late, but the boys had a whole like setup in the kitchen going. Everybody had their own duty, and of course, me and Joby got the easy one. So
I just fooled around
Yeah.
all the time, to be honest.
yeah, I had to put the what are they even the pitas on the wrap, and then all the boys just did everything.
No,
So-
the sauce on
Oh yeah, the sauce on the wrap, not the pita on the wrap.
Then we got to hand out cookies.
Yeah,
Ours were like solid rocks.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really that good.
yeah,
Did you make them?
No, we would not have been able to make them.
no,
Yeah,
No.
you can make tzatziki, but not
No
a
cookie.
cookie. Not a
Not
cookie.
cookies. Cookies are not.
Okay, well we'll leave the cooking alone. We'll jump into some hockey.
Yeah.
Both of you guys played at U17s. Jax this year, Joby last year. You guys each kind of want to touch on what that was like.
You go first.
yeah, it was it's a pretty cool experience getting to go out there and play with all the guys, kind of that you don't really get to compete against until that, I guess. But it's like a huge adjustment, I guess I'd say, from the Western League, kind of just how much more of a skill game it is out there. So you kind of get out there and you're expecting to play like the Western League, where it's just grit grind, but then you get out there and you're getting 2-on-1s every shift. So it's definitely a lot of fun. And then yeah, I don't know, the around the hotel's all pretty strict out there, and yeah, I don't know, it's a lot of fun, but it's like a business out there when you're playing Team Canada.
What was it like playing against Team Canada too in the final?
Oh yeah, that was really weird. It was it was kind of just a game. We didn't get to talk to their Canada team too much in the hotel, our coaches kind of said, like, don't talk to him, keep it a competitive environment. And I think everyone kind of had buddies on our team. Obviously, I had Gio, and everyone kind of had a teammate pretty much. So everyone was competing really hard. It was really fun. Just, I bet it was weird for the fans, honestly, more weird than us. They don't know who we cheer for. But
Total win-win. But Joe, go ahead with your U17.
Well, yeah, like pretty much the exact same as Jax. Like you get out there, it's a whole different game, pretty much. So it's more of a skill game, not really as much grit in the game. And I mean, make a lot of friendships, meet a lot of people, new coaching staff, get like a bunch of different tips and tricks from other people outside of your organization. And like, I mean, lucky enough, we came home with gold, so that was pretty cool.
I was just gonna say one of you won and one of you didn't. What was that like?
yeah, to bring that up.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
I mean, team white back to back, but
Yeah.
okay.
I did want to ask about, were you getting chirped by the Euros, and were they chirping in English?
Ours, we got chirped by the Euros in Europe, so we had no clue what they were saying. But it was kind of funny, and then the French guys were chirping back in French, so they had no clue what was
yeah, I got the one time I got into a chirp battle. I don't say a lot on the ice, but I was playing against Sweden, and we were losing in pre-tournament games, and I kind of gave it to their goalie. I like gave it to the back of his leg, and their defenseman started screaming at me in Swedish. So I was just like, yeah, I don't know what's going on right now.
pretty much at the table at that point.
Yeah, no, it's funny when they get mad in their own language, though.
Job, talk about your game winner. It was the game winner, right, in the gold, or was it a game tire?
It was the first goal. And
Okay,
then you scored, and then we scored in overtime, but.
okay, so it was
Yeah.
technically a tie. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but like, I mean, it was pretty sick, to be honest, in the gold medal. But it was like a gimme backdoor tap in, so I mean, can't be nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool to be able to score in that game. A lot of people.
Somebody's got to get back close though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's going over our stakes every time.
Yeah, I'm not getting a touch on that. Good thing you got back to it.
I know. I was surprised I even got a touch on that one, but yeah, it was pretty sick.
That is sick.
That is so cool. We're jealous. We're just jealous sitting here doing this instead. But
Luke's tried to hit me back door in a like 5 times. I haven't touched it once.
we're gonna jump back a little farther into the hockey careers. Jax, for you, we'll go Dub Cup. What was that like?
It was a pretty cool experience. Obviously, everyone kind of looks at our year and like, wow, Manitoba won, but we were there, and honestly, we had about as much hope as everybody else did. So I think kind of we lost the first couple of games. We're like, all right, let's just have some fun out here, and we ended up getting to the game against BC, I think, in semifinals, and we got absolutely pumped by them in the round robin, and we were just trying to not embarrass ourselves out there, so we were trying pretty hard, and somehow came out with a win. And our coaching staff was pretty pumped about that. It got the team morale up, and I think we had a pretty late night between semifinals and finals. I don't know what happened, but yeah. So we played the finals against Alberta in Red Deer. It was really nice rink and good Alberta team. I honestly don't even know what happened that game. Our goalie stood on his head, and we snuck it out in a shootout somehow. Threw the gold medals around their necks with like, I think we might have had a negative record at that point, but gold's gold. So we'll take.
They don't ask Cal. They
It's
sure
really
don't ask Cal.
No, exactly. Thank God.
Made Manitoba history.
Yeah, the story you told us made it sound way less cool than what we got to watch. We're like, yeah, first Manitoba team to win. Jack's like, I actually don't even know how it happened. Joe, you went to Canada Winter Games though, and you were money there. Kind of talk about it. That's a pretty cool experience. Only happens to a certain amount of kids. Obviously, it doesn't happen every year. So, what was that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was a interesting and fun experience. I mean, when we got there, I mean, it was 14, 16 kids to a dorm room. I mean, like 8 bunk beds in a room. So it was kind of a gong show. I mean, I don't think we went to bed. Latest was probably like 4 a.m. Earliest was probably 3. And then we get up and go play hockey the next day. But to be honest, we didn't really like, we took the tournament serious, but we kind of didn't at first. We kind of just there, have fun and play. And then we kind of realized we're like, oh, we're already in like the finals for the whole tournament. And like, I don't even think we went to bed at all that night. We were up pretty late and then got to the final, and it was a long game. I mean, 3 periods and 2 20-minute period overtimes it took. So, and like they didn't score till late in the second overtime, maybe like 3 minutes left. But I mean, it was just a great experience overall. I mean, meet a lot of Sask people. The dogs are barking upstairs. And I mean, it was just fun. I mean, I had a blast. Met a lot of people. So,
Did you get to hang out with the other athletes at all?
yeah, we did. I mean, our one teammates were stuck with like wheelchair basketball and table tennis. So they had some interesting roommates. It was kind of funny. But like the table tennis group, there was this one kid, and I think he like missed one of his events to come hang out with us. It was wild. Like the kid was like, yeah, I don't really care if I go to the event or not. He just came and hung out with us. It was like, whoa.
It's like you work so hard and make it to the national stage and just go,
Yeah,
oh
and
man,
you
hockey players, cool.
Missed his event to come hang out with us. So it's kind of funny, but yeah.
No wonder they got to hang out with athletes at the event. They had the whole tournament in the dorm room. I mean, that is way too many people.
It is wild. And there was only 2 bathrooms, and it was a gong show in the dorm rooms, to be honest.
What campus were you staying on?
The PEI college.
Oh,
Right in
gotcha.
the middle. And yeah, it was like right by everything. Like we walked to the rink pretty much every game. There's always a Tim's on the way there, so stop there. So it's pretty cool.
No, that's awesome. Especially getting to go all the way across Canada to go out there would be a super cool experience.
That was lots of fun.
I want to ask, back to Jax, playing in your hometown. What's that kind of like?
It's a lot of fun. Obviously, getting to live at home makes it a lot easier. I know a lot of guys have a huge adjustment moving away from home. Some guys say it's the hardest thing they've had to do. So really grateful I don't have to do that. But other than that, just having my buddies around town, still being able to talk to them, hang out with them. It's pretty crucial, and just honestly just feeling normal still playing hockey. But yeah, I don't know, having all my buddies at the games too, having most of my family at every game, it's pretty cool, and yeah, an experience I definitely will look back on and be pretty proud of.
Absolutely. I think, we just talked to Colton Roberts the other week, and he's kind of stayed in the Vancouver area. And like you kind of touched on, just having like friends around, and it's pretty easy to just kind of keep in touch with guys. So that's pretty nice to kind of stick around there. Is there anything other hockey-wise you kind of want to touch on?
I got one more hockey question,
Okay,
I think.
all right.
Just Joby, your dad gave us a tour at Notre Dame.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. What was it like playing there? And just like they have super cool facilities. What was it like playing there?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of an interesting and cool place at the same time. I mean, a lot of history and background to the college at the school, and it's amazing. Like they got the rink all there, the varsity, which is our food place. They got like a shooting center, a gym, weight room. Like you kind of get a bit spoiled there at the same time, but I mean, it's a great experience for like young kids to like kind of learn and grow at the start of their hockey career. It's a great starter, and yeah, like I mean, I had a blast. I got to live in the town, so I was a bit more privileged than, let's say, the dorm kids. But yeah, it's an awesome experience.
Absolutely. I mean, we got to Like Luke said, we got to tour around it, and no wonder you shoot the puck 4,000 miles an hour because that shooting room is next level. But
Yeah.
Speaking of shooting, what about some sticks growing up? What were your guys' kind of favorite sticks growing up? Or sticks right now, I guess.
You know, like the Crosby stick. I had that
Boy. Oh my god,
right there.
that's quality.
I would have used what were the ones called? They came in different colors for every flex.
Oh
The
my God, what are those called now? Rave? Something? I don't know.
I might have to look this one up
Base
later.
sticks?
No, not the base ones. These came in different colors for every flex that you use. Like 20 was like green, 30 was like orange. I don't know, something like that. So I used those. When I was younger, but then once I was like probably 10, I've always been a Bauer guy since then. So
Bit of a disconnect on the youth sticks. Not having any idea.
That was
these guys
one,
being younger than us.
One and only time I've been stumped with the color. I was like, colored sticks, flexes. What is going on right now? Jax, what's your favorite Bauer stick though? Like from the time you started using them to now?
I was a big fan of the Agent. It was I think it was only out for a year. It was like kind of an in-between stick, but I was a big fan of it. I loved it a lot.
Yeah. That's a sick twig.
Yeah, we can move on to some other questions now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, we're going to keep rolling with some non-hockey stuff. Let you guys answer some funner ones. But who's kind of the funniest guy you guys have played with as you guys have gone through? You can't say each other.
Or Raj doesn't
or
count.
Raj. Raj
Can't say
doesn't
Raj.
count either.
Can't say Raj.
Okay, well, I'd say Hank and Weds last year, to be honest. Those two were a pretty hilarious duo to be around. They had some outrageous jokes, but it was always something funny when something would come out of their mouth. So
yeah. Oh God. I gotta go with just like there was probably like two guys on my U15 UA team, Sandy and Jay Meggs were their names. They would just, I don't know, the dressing room with them, you never know what's gonna be said. So you kind of get back there and you're always laughing with them. And yeah, I don't know, a couple times after, like we had a couple guys on our teams that would get pretty mad in intermissions, and they would always crack a joke and lighten the mood. I don't know if it helped or not, but it's always hilarious being around them.
Classic.
Yeah, way to shout out the boys. And I totally lied to you because I want to go back to hockey for a second. We forgot to ask about welcome to the WHL moments.
Oh yeah,
because you guys are still young.
So young boys.
Oh, I don't. What was mine?
Maybe the 1,200 posts you hit to start the year.
Yeah, that was bad. I had like 7 stick breaks too in the span of a week.
Holy.
That was bad. I'd probably say when I was 15, I played in Regina against Bedard, and I think he had a hat trick that game and 2 assists. And he just, kind of just like made sure that everyone knew that he was the man. So I'd probably say that.
Yeah, I mean, Jax, you've had a pretty seamless transition between last year and this year. But I mean, in your rookie season, was there any kind of moments, I guess, that were just like, it doesn't even have to be welcome to the WHL, just like, oh my God, I'm in the dub.
Yeah.
Like I've made it type thing in there.
I'd probably just say, well, the first game for me was honestly a blur. Like, I don't remember too much from that game, but I'd say the first time I ever took like a stick or an elbow to the face when you have a visor on, it's like holy crap, this is gonna happen every game now. So you kind of learn to protect yourself a little bit from that. But I think I took one against PA. I wasn't even wearing a visor. I was wearing a cage, and I took a huge hit. And I was just like, wow, like these guys are big now. So I got to get ready. I don't know. That's probably all I got though.
Yeah, I mean, Luke kind of touched on it. You've been pretty seamless on your transition, so I don't think anybody's out there really gonna humble you because you might just do it right back. So, what are you guys kind of doing in the off season to season? I mean, obviously, there's only been so many of those for you guys, but what are you kind of doing to staying in game shape and just kind of passing time, leisurely stuff like that?
Yeah, I think off season's like probably one of the most important things for me. I took last year's really serious, just staying in the gym probably 3-4 times a week, getting on the track, doing like sprints and like plyometrics probably twice a week, and then skating 3-4 times a week. So my workouts and stuff schedule was pretty heavy, but after that I got away to the lake a lot, probably Fridays and the weekends. I think was really important time for me just to reconnect with all my buddies that I wouldn't see during the year and kind of have some fun out at the lake. We all know how that goes, but yeah. No, I think just keeping it loose in the summer on the weekends was big for me, and then obviously working out during the week kind of got me through the 2 months off.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'd probably pretty much the same as Jax. Like, I'd be doing track twice, lifting 3 times a week, and then on Thursdays I'd drive out here to Brandon and I'd skate Thursday, Friday. So that was pretty fun with Jax, and then also work out with our strength guy here in Brandon, Tyler. So yeah, and then I mean I'd golf. Not the best golfer. I think I've broken almost half my clubs this summer over the part or on my knee, but it was fun. I mean, go out there with the guys, have a great time. Same with the lake. Went out there a couple times, but yeah, that's about it.
I'll ask you. You can politely decline, but what's your golf handicap? I mean, it's pretty hard to play golf when you've snapped half your clubs, but I still got to ask.
Oh boy, it'd be high.
You're not that bad. Come on.
It can be on and off. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like some days it can be maybe like, I don't know, 18, 20.
I mean, what's your bag that you're working with? If you've snapped half your clubs, what clubs you got left, real?
Yeah.
Oh, I got the most random clubs, I'm pretty sure. They're all so old. Not super old, but like kind of old. But there's maybe like, I don't have a 3-iron or a 4-iron or a 9-iron.
Okay, that's useful.
I also don't have one of those. So
Or
I
like
can respect that.
I have 2 putters. I used to have a gold putter. That was pretty sick.
Oh.
And then I got like my hockey stick putter that Scoots made. So I use that. And then I think I have like a 3-wood and a driver, and that's about it. Oh, I have a 65-degree wedge too.
Like,
I don't know how I just have a 65.
Oh my god.
Have you ever hit a good shot with that?
Oh no. Never. I'll like try to like chip sometimes and it just like land right in front of me. Like it just
Oh my god.
dies so fast.
65. That's awesome. 60.
Yeah.
Job has 4 clubs in his bag. A driver is 65 degree, a putter, and a 3-wood. Holy.
Yeah,
That's good.
it's pretty bad, but
Wrap it up if you'd like.
I think that pretty much wraps up what we got.
Yeah, boys. That's all we got.
Thanks for hopping on. It was a pleasure to have you guys
It
on.
was
And
great.
I mean, we'll reconnect you the next time we're in Brandon for sure.
We'll see what
yeah,
this is.
obviously.
yeah.
It's always a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, boys, thanks for hopping on, and hopefully we'll get you on again soon.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Friday, Cyber Monday, right around the corner. You know what that means. Great deals all across the market. But with Raycon, you get those great deals every day of the year. But don't get me wrong, they're still doing Black Friday deals and Cyber Monday deals where you can get up to 30% off store-wide.
That's a lot of percentages.
That's a lot
If you
of
ask me.
percentages.
Anyways, their new model, if you haven't checked it out, all you audio lovers and you earbud lovers, 32-hour battery life, really long time.
Yeah.
And you're getting 2-point connectivity. So when you want to connect 2 of these earbuds to one device, you can do that. If you want to watch a movie with your buddy on one device, you can do that. Raycon's everyday earbuds also come with active noise cancellation.
Which is huge because I got to listen to this guy, most of the day. So when I need to sit down and get some schoolwork done and throw in some good sounding tunes, you got the noise cancellation to do it.
And another thing, although Raycon's quality rivals some of the biggest names in premium audio, they're at half the price. So you can get premium audio for just half the price compared to all those other brands that are charging so much for their earbuds.
And something that a lot of those other brands don't have too, colors. So many vibrant colors Raycon's got. My personal favorite that I've seen are the Jolly Rancher watermelon ones. I mean, pink and green, walking down the street, like, wow, just super cool. You stand out a little bit. It's pretty nice.
Now, it is the perfect time to scoop them up if you haven't already. And don't worry, if you're not as impressed as we are with them, there is a 30-day happiness guarantee, so you really can't lose with them. It's a big time to save. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, coming up really soon. Go to buyraycon.com/THPN today to get up to 30% off site. That's right, everything. 30% off. Go to Raycon's website at buyraycon.com/THPN. We're back after the interview and the ad read. And I hope you enjoyed the interview because, my eyes hurt from laughing at some of the stuff those guys said. We talked about it earlier in the episode. 2 young studs in the Western. Jackson's unreal as an 08, and Joby is built like a man. So he's going to be a stud too. Those 2 are going to be awesome.
Once Joby stops hitting posts, that guy are snapping sticks. He's been so snake bitten.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch those 2 grow up together in the Western. So let's hop into another game though, Luke. You take it away, pal.
Okay, I'm going to try and get some redemption here.
Explain it a little bit.
So I went with NHL or not. So I've got 10 players. Dylan has to guess whether or not these guys have played games in the NHL this season.
This year. 2024-2025 season.
24-25 season. I had some fun with it. Play along at home. It's kind of a random mix of names. So we'll see how it goes. But Dylan, you ready?
No.
Okay.
But that's okay because I have
NHL or not. First name Isaiah George.
Oh no. I haven't heard this name in my life, so I'm going with my gut. No way he played a game this year.
Has played 6 or 7 for the Islanders this year.
Really? Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I know. I picked it
up. Irrelevant.
Sorry, that's the only irrelevant team I picked. My other teams are pretty
fair enough. Okay.
Nikita Gorbachev.
Oh no. Oh, these cameras. That just screams Isles again. If he were to play anywhere. But I'm going to say no, he hasn't played this year.
Correct.
Yes.
He is a European soccer player.
Wait, no, I thought these were all hockey players.
Nope. All right. Check some names.
Okay, good for him playing Europe.
Okay. Nikita Prishepov.
Oh, that just... He's probably another European soccer player. I'm going to say no. No, he hasn't.
Played for the Colorado Avalanche.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
All right, 1 for 3.
That's not good.
1 for 3.
I never even thought of these things in my life.
Okay. One more common name. Josh Atkinson.
No, he's no Cam Atkinson. He hasn't played this year.
Facts. He's a European hockey player.
Good.
Okay. Tyler Gaudette.
He's no Adam Gaudette, but he very well could have played this year. Tyler Gaudette. I'm gonna say he did.
No. He hasn't played since 2022.
Oh.
Yeah.
At least he was a hockey player.
He was, and he was good in the NHL for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I switched it up. I kind of got halfway through this and kind of switched my team, so we're just rolling with random.
I only have 2 right.
Yeah, you're 2 for 5.
Okay. I can turn this wire around.
Matt Nieto.
Yes. Oh no, hold on. I know he's a hockey player. I don't know if he's played this year. I feel like he's retired, but I feel like he hadn't played games. I don't know how old he is. I'm gonna say he's played this year.
Has played with Pittsburgh. Not many. 2 games.
Okay.
And 3 with Wilkes-Barre. So
okay.
He was very.
I didn't know how old he is, but
okay. Shooting 500. Pretty good, honestly. I came up with a pretty random list.
Yeah. When you threw a European soccer player at me at number 2, I was stunned.
Okay. Alex Beret-Boulet.
Holy smokes. Creme brulee, if you will. Can you say his name again?
Alex Beret-Boulet.
Boulay.
Yep.
That just. I feel like you. No.
He has played for Montreal.
Oh, he's just so. That's just so French. What am I doing?
All right. I'm feeling good about myself. 3 for 7. I like this.
Oh,
I thought I did pretty good with this game. Let's see if you can pass. It's battle for a seat.
It's fantasy.
Jonas Ronsberg.
Oh my goodness. Where are you getting these names from? Jonas Ron.
Wait, I'll tell you after where I got all my names from.
Okay. I'm gonna say. No.
He has, in fact, played for Vegas.
What? Oh my god.
Has played for Vegas this year.
So I'm at 3 for 8.
3 for 8. You got to get the last
I'm
two.
gonna get the last two.
And we're going to have some fun with these last two.
Oh no.
Gabriel Papadakis.
Yes. What?
No.
Who am I thinking
I
of?
slightly switched the name. It was a French figure skater from the 1900s. It was Gabriela Papadakis, but I put Gabriel Papadakis.
There's a Papadakis somewhere.
Do you want to fact check this? I don't know.
No, I don't think you're. But I swear I've seen. There's a something.
Papadakis. No, just Gabriela.
Damn.
Okay, so 3 for 9. To tie me. Lars Hormander.
No shot. No.
And confirm he is a Swedish scientist.
My game was way harder.
It was.
Can you get? Hold on, run me through these. Who were these? Where did you get this list?
Okay, so I went onto the NHL stats page.
Okay.
There's 15 pages of 50 players a page. I went to page 15
I figured.
and picked as many names off as I could. And from there, I picked Isaiah George, Nikita Prishepov, Alex Beret-Boulet.
I don't actually care about the guys you got from the NHL. Can you tell me how you came up with Swedish scientists and shit like that?
I came up with a name of Nikita Gorashev.
Okay.
And I was just kind of looking around, and then I looked it up, and it was like, did you mean Nikita Gorbachev? And I was like,
Sure.
yes. And it was a European soccer player. Josh Atkinson was one of the players that was in Europe. I just looked up some European players. Josh Atkinson, Tyler Gaudette, Europe guys. Gabriel Papadakis is the Gabriela Papadakis, who is a French figure skater. I looked up famous French skaters.
Oh, so this person's not even real.
Not technically.
You switched his name.
Her name to him. It was Gabriela.
That's garbage. It's garbage.
And then
That's so bush.
Lars Hormander is a Swedish scientist. I looked him up because I had Jonas Ronsberg on my team. So I was like, you know what? We'll just look up a Swedish scientist to throw another Swede name in there. And then saw Lars, and I was like, hockey. I know a couple Lars in
You
hockey.
threw a girl on there and switched their name.
And you still got it wrong.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know. I had some fun with it.
I did too. That was funny. That was good.
That was good.
Anyways, shout out us for being super creative.
Yeah, we're getting creative on a Thursday.
I feel like I'm the real winner here.
Oh, yeah, I lost for sure. But we had fun doing it, and that's what matters.
That was good. We both won fun points. So I'm happy for us.
Yeah.
We're going to finish this thing up with another. How many ad breaks are we doing?
We got one more ad read coming your way right now, and then we'll come back with Team USA with the Team USA 4 Nations face-off projected roster.
This episode is sponsored by the Armchair Warriors podcast. When you don't know when your ads are supposed to air, call us, because we don't know either.
And with that, that's your regular scheduled programming.
That is it for the ads today. Get ready for 10 minutes of commercial-free podcast. I feel like I can't say that anymore. Is that like a... Do you think Red Zone will cut the product?
Red Zone's come for you, Dylan. We're competing with Red Zone.
Scott, I love you. So,
Yeah, we watch you every Sunday.
Scott, you're
I've watched way more football than hockey this year.
weird. Which is really... Like, if you told me that before the season started, I'd be like, you're so wrong. Good for you, though.
Just get busy on weeknights, man. You got to do homework. You got to do...
Yeah, there's also... I don't blame you at all. Anyways, shout out Scott Hansen and Red Zone. But get ready for some commercial-free podcast. The US of A mock draft.
Yeah.
Mock team.
What we came up with is their forward core is not as scary as we thought it would be.
No.
And we talked about this today. We just built this roster. Obviously, big strength over Canada is the goaltending. Their D-core is also very good and a lot more proven winners, which we'll talk about over the forwards. But we'll start it right away. Let's cover the goalie and the D first. Actually, let's start it a little backwards today.
Yeah, sure.
Goalies. I mean, we went Hellebuck, Ottinger as our kind of 1-2 punch.
Goalies are pretty straightforward.
Depends where Demko is.
Yes.
I'd rather have Demko over Swayman in that group, but Demko out, Swayman gets the nod in the 3 spot.
Yeah, and that's not even a Swayman diss. Like, they have just 4 good goalies.
Oh, yeah,
And-
Demko
and-
comes in. You have 3 guys that can all compete for a Vezina.
Yeah, and at their pedigree currently, I think I'd go with Demko just from a pure gamer standpoint, really. I think he's a stud, and you got to give him the nod when it comes to international play. I think Swayman has a chance come 2026 for the Olympic roster, but right now, if Demko's good to go, I'd go with him.
Yeah, I agree. And, well, I mean, we made the list together, so I have to agree. But we didn't get too frisky with that. No, just chill. D-core, the only thing, nothing crazy, really. Some people might get mad. It's Montreal fans that we left Lane Hudson off.
Oh, my goodness.
D-core, we rock Quinn Hughes. He's going to be your number 1 guy. Going to your power play. And then Brock Faber. We have Brock Faber playing with Quinn Hughes, which I think might have been a little controversial with Fox and McAvoy down the right side.
Maybe touch, but I think all 3 of them are kind of interchangeable.
Yeah, and that's
Comes to that
their
top
right side strength is
Yeah.
they have Faber, Fox, and McAvoy. And it's just kind of like a lot of really good defensemen.
Yeah. I mean, you can't fault them for having good defense.
Yeah, and they'll be good. And then we had Slavin down the left side and Hannafin shoring up that third pair with McAvoy, and they're good. They're very good. Super skilled, but also a little bit more gritty than their forward core, I think, with how they play. Like they can do a little bit more of a shutdown. I mean, they're D-man, they should be able to shut down,
Yes.
but it's not like they're just 6 super skilled guys that are going to get burnt. It's a very balanced group, I think.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
We also have John Carlson shoring up as that 7th guy just because he's a winner.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you take a guy that has championship pedigree.
And he's played a lot with Team USA. And
Yeah, we don't expect him to play a lot.
Nope.
But he's a guy that you bring in as a 7th defenseman, and you kind of guide the younger guys. In a sense.
brings it in, brings some character into the room, and
just
winning culture, championship pedigree. Moving on to the forwards, we struggled trying to make this list of where to put guys, and
it was the hardest part for sure. I thought the USA team would be the easiest in a sense to build the roster, but the forward core was so hard to kind of match up lines properly. So, but anyways, go ahead.
well, and when we built our Canada roster, we talked about it. We built a team to win. This team, we trying to build to win. It was kind of what tripped us up a little bit.
Yes.
Just not having as many character guys to go in the 3rd and 4th line, where they're all super skilled. So that's going to be a threat coming down the line. Any line can go, but also almost any line can get exposed defensively. Right. So we'll start off at the top. Matthews, Eichel, and Kyle Connor. Sick line.
Oh, scary line. I think
All can shoot.
everything about that line is just dangerous. There's 3 guys that can honestly score from anywhere.
Yeah.
Just guys that are going to create offense to a crazy extent. So that's a line.
Our second line, we split up the Kachucks, which I don't hate.
Not really. No, I think that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things.
I mean, you could put them together and just like absolutely grind down that other team if you wanted to, but I don't think they're better served that way. I think Matthews on another level than Brady. Brady slotted in a little bit lower on our lineup.
Yeah.
We've got Jack Hughes centering Matthew Tkachuk and Boldy,
Yes.
which
Could be a pretty bold take if you ask us.
yeah, putting Boldy that high, a little frisky, but you have Tkachuk going in, grind it out, get the puck for the boys, and I mean he's gonna score too, right? Like he just lets them kind of work on the outside. You have Jack Hughes who's so versatile out there. I think that line complements each other fairly well. Obviously, I mean you could obviously put Brady on that line too, and instead of Boldy, just kind of change the dynamic of the line a little bit. But
I wouldn't be surprised if the Tkachuk brothers ended up on the same line, but I think from our standpoint, it made the most sense to not have them on the same line.
Yeah. Third line, we went Larkin, centering Robertson and Brady Tkachuk. That's a big line.
That is a big line. And Larkin plays with such speed that I think he's the perfect guy up the middle for those two.
Yeah, and it'll give Robertson a bit more space to shoot, which will be a big thing for him because his production in Dallas has been okay this year, but he can do it.
100%.
So you kind of bring him in hoping that he finds that again and play a little bit of a physical game with them. I know he's not the most physical player, but he's got the ability to do that if he can go in and fill a role.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what these international tournaments come down to is how well guys can slot into roles that they don't normally play. I mean, for some of the guys, then you get like the Crosbys and the guys that play your top line, which is insane. You get to go to the best tournament in the world and be one of 4 first-line centers.
Yeah.
But another line there, and then we ran our fourth line. We went Trocheck, Kreider, and Miller together.
This is sneaky going to be one of my favorite lines. If this is a line in the tournament, this is
and I think this could be a line with their history together. You look at kind of where they played and their age and how they play, and it'd be pretty fun. I mean, Kreider's speed could slot in with a lot of these guys.
Yeah,
but just you get to keep some guys together. It'd be pretty fun.
I agree. I hope this is a line because this would be a really fun line to watch. Get matched against other fourth lines if that's how they want to do it. If they make this a fourth line, this line would probably feast against some other country's fourth lines.
Yeah, and then
not Canada's though.
Yeah, Canada. That would just be
that would be
a good battle. To fill it out, we went with Caulfield and Gensel as our 13th and 14th forwards. Caulfield, I think, is just skilled enough that you could slot him in the top 6 if a problem arises, or you want to get a different look. And Gensel, just kind of, again, championship pedigree, right? Like he's been a part of 2 cup teams. We're going to talk about it right now because we're done looking at the team. Cups, this team does not have a lot of cup experience on their team. You look through this roster, and what did we decide? There was four cups. You have Eichel with 1, Tkachuk with 1. Putting Gensel there brings 2 more, which is big. Then you'll have Carlson bring 1 there. And yeah, that's kind of it. You have 5 cups between 20-something players.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you look at Team Canada's roster we counted today, our projected roster has 23 cups, winning experience. You got some gamers. I mean, I know they talk about that all the time, right? Like Canada's supposed to be known for all these teams that win, just having guys that are gamers on those teams, right?
Yeah, like if you guys that can go out and win, that know how to win and what it takes to win, I think it shows. It's pretty clearly obvious that.
And I think these 2, Canada and US, I mean, we've done them. We haven't looked at Finland or Sweden yet, but just kind of previous and where the 2 countries are at, I think this is probably going to be your finals matchup in most likeliness, or at least your 2 favorites going into the tournament. And I think Canada kind of didn't think I'd be saying this at this point in the year, but I think Canada kind of wins that matchup on the through the ice until you get to the goal.
Yeah,
despite our goalies that we picked having 4 or 5 cups between them. But
yeah, we talk about championship pedigree, and when I look at it, I'm not too moved by these 3 champions. So, who knows? Maybe a guy could get hot, and
you know that they can get hot, which is a good feeling.
Yeah,
and I mean, Hellebuck's a great goalie. Has choked before, beatable. He's beatable in the playoffs. Ottinger, but he can also
Ottinger's also like a stud in the playoffs.
They've both been hot in the playoffs, and then all of a sudden Ottinger kind of disappeared for a series.
True.
Right? And then you lose. Then you look at Swayman, Demko. Swayman's choked in the playoffs.
Demko's a stud.
Demko's a stud. We just haven't seen him healthy. So I don't know. Their goalie room is way scarier. Way better than the Canadian goalie room. But
everything about it's better.
If there's a group that's going to beat them, it's a group of the best Canadian players in the country.
But after breaking down the rosters, I think if what I know now a few months ago, I wouldn't be as nervous talking about them.
Yeah, because when we started talking about it, it was USA is a scary team. USA is going to be really tough to beat, like almost unbeatable was how we were talking. We had them on a pedestal.
Yeah, we're like, this team is the greatest international team ever. And now that you kind of break it down with Canada, I think this is a way more balanced fight.
Yeah, and it's going to be a fun fight.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait for February.
Yeah. We're going to talk quickly. I just forgot that we got to touch on some notables we left off.
Oh, yes.
Clayton Keller, we left off. Could see him slotting in very easily. Brock Besser.
Same.
Alex Tuck, who's been having a very good season, just doesn't quite fit the mold. I mean, if you wanted some character, maybe throw him in on a fourth line. Is what it is. Tage Thompson, who's been having a very good season again.
Quietly having a good
season. I think he's got like 11 goals. But he's been having a sneaky good season. Very easily could be on this team, just kind of depending on their character. They've got a lot of guys that could slot in that kind of 16th, 17th forward. Like they can go in and out the lineup. Just depends on the look they want.
Absolutely.
And we'll see what they do, and we'll see if they're successful or not with what they do. But a lot of could move and could change just depending how they kind of choose their lineup. And then bubble defense, Neil Pionk. Not Point.
Good point.
Neil Pionk. We left Wierenski off. We left Lane Hudson off, and Luke Hughes as well. Because they're just, I mean, the last two are young, and I think Wierenski kind of just gets beat out role-wise with what we have on that third line and third pair.
But I think for when it comes to just a guy that's been there, done that, I just wouldn't really take Zach Werenski. Nothing against him. I think he's been a great defenseman on a really bad team for years. So he at least deserves a look.
Yeah.
At the very least, a look.
Yeah, and deserves a nod for being right there, but just not on our roster. Doesn't mean he's not going to make their roster. So, but we'll do Finland and Sweden over the next couple weeks.
We sure will. That'll get us to about start of December.
When World Junior rosters start coming out.
That should be getting close. We're very.
I think they're announcing it December 12th.
Are they?
It's December 12th or 16th because they're doing it in Ontario.
Oh, right. Yes, we're super excited for it. Could have a guest of ours possibly make the roster.
Hopefully.
He is the league leader in save percentage in the Western Hockey League.
Oh, I don't think anymore.
No, not anymore.
No.
He was a couple days ago.
Yeah, it was a couple days ago.
So, we're excited for.
Well, and a couple other guests that we've had that are making pushes as well. You're kind of. Cats will be on the team for sure. Yeah.
I keep forgetting that it's like this is their year to be on the team.
Yo 6 are
I forgot last year was the 05. So there are a plethora of guys that could make this team. So keep a lookout for that roster because it'll be coming soon. And we're super excited for World Junior Hockey. We talked about the rivalry series was happening. It is now on pause until February, like it has been prior years. So they played 3 games in the States, and then they were playing 2 more games in February in Ontario. I believe one is in Toronto, one's in Ottawa. So Canada has a 2-1 lead right now after getting spanked game 1.
Yeah.
That'll be on pause until obviously the PWHL season starting soon. So keep an eye out for that in February. Obviously, Four Nations face off. I mean, we are getting close to one of the best times of the year. So, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be fun hockey moving forward. Never get tired of international play. It's
hard
fun to see Canada. But that kind of wraps up us, I think.
That should wrap up episode 26. We're recording this on Thursday, November 21st. It is my sister's birthday, so show her mine happy birthday. I feel like it'd be wrong if I didn't say
it. Would be wrong.
It'd be wrong to not say happy birthday, so happy birthday to you. This is coming out on Friday, so your happy birthday means nothing on Friday.
Happy late birthday.
Happy belated birthday. But yes, that'll be it for episode number 26. Big shout out to Jax and Job. Super, super, super awesome dudes. Super, super funny dudes. If the Wheat Kings are ever in town, you should go check them out because those two are studs. And they got a couple other studs on the roster. So, again, thank you all for watching. You can catch us on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. And we will catch you guys next week.